All right, welcome back, everyone. Should now be live again and all the things. And yeah, look at that. It has improved the experience that I'm having. Well, what can I say? I guess my compute even Cordovan's computer has its limits. My desire to make it work beyond its expected means is receiving negative feedback. So there we are. All right. Head back to chat here. I am going to the southwest table. Now, see, the problem in that case, though, isn't lag. It was my computer. There's nothing wrong with the server to game connection here. And in this case, it was my computer just couldn't handle it. So. Nope. I also want to make sure I've picked up that daily. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me take a look at chat real quick while I'm doing this. Here's the cattails. Let me talk to the other person here. I can't talk to Harrington yet. Oh, I got more spring wine. Okay. Curator coming back. I have been asking about that, and if I have some more information to pass along in the near future, I will let you know. Hopefully we'll have something to say there. So part of the UI issue, the new UI is in some ways more accessible for some. One of the changes for it was to provide a little bit better visual acuity for certain people, and in some cases to reduce the amount of flashing that's going on compared to the old one. So, however, at the same time, we have a few folks who are reporting that the old is preferable to the new. So that is ultimately why we are probably going to, at the very least, shift over to a toggle, and we'll see what we end up doing here, right? But that's, I think, what we're going to do related to that. So on the gaming chair, I have one of those nice Secret Labs ones that I was given as part of the unlock tier reward for Extra Life this fall. My intention when I received it, I had been working from home for about 6, 7, 8 months at that point, and my office chair, the one I'd been using at home, was just trashed. And it was killing my back and causing me some health issues. So I needed to get a new chair that happened to coincide, and I was like, well, cool, I'll use it for October and Extra Life, and then I'll donate it to like a local charity or something like that. But what I've run into, and I guess maybe I should have expected this, is that a lot of places just don't want your donated chair right now because of COVID. So I have just kind of been hanging on to it. And at some point, it's going to get beat up enough that I'll feel less comfortable donating it. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with this chair. But the actual chair itself is one of those kind of Twitch streamer chairs, is the way I would describe it, that I was able to get through the generosity of the corporate sponsor to Extra Life and the donations on the part of the folks here. But anyway, that's what's up with that. I could, I suppose, go through my little stream setup here someday when we've got a particularly less interesting day going on. which might be today, I guess, but I'm not going to do it today because I'm not ready for it. Where I can show off kind of what I do to do this stuff. So, actually, I am solo. I need to lower this one, so I'm going to lower this to. There's no size 1 option, so I'm going to lower it. Let me go in easy at 115, and if that goes well, then we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Alright, so that's what's up. It's nice, but I don't really feel comfortable making recommendations on things like that. I think everyone else who's ever, talked about one of these chairs can tell you more about them. It's nice. Well, that much I can tell you. It's also, frankly, beyond, like, were I to buy one, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So. Yep, look at that water cyclone. Let's see if I can do something about that. Ooh. I wonder if I've got a Windows update going on or something. My computer is not acting very friendly today. It was pretty good last night, though. I was running this with the Kinship, along with some of the other, the Bees Big Instance, some of the Spring Festival stuff. We also have just been, as a group, just for funsies, running through... Oops. Running through the Mordor stuff, the bit of at Mount Doom and what have you, and that's been a lot of fun. So. Just in case it helps. Getting stuck a little bit too much, huh? That water cyclone's kind of killing me. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, but I'll give it a shot. Let me see if I can do a better job avoiding those AoE procs. But I don't think I've got enough time left. I think it might be too late. Rah. Oh, yep, that's what's got me. Those things. Oh, get away. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance. Let's see. Can I do it? Can I pull out a survival here? We'll see. Rah. I have a few potions, but they're not gonna help me too much. But either way, like I say, I'm just playing around. So if I end up just getting raffle stomped here, then I'll not worry about it. We'll do it as a group or something in a coming stream. I could always pop on over and do Bees Big Instance or Bees Big Business or something instead. If this is just not really gonna work. I ran it a couple times last night. We were in a group of 3 and did okay. So I thought maybe I'd be all right, but it's just not really going to happen. So I think what I'm going to do is not spend any more time on this because it's just not working. So let me head over to the other one instead. Yeah, I know. Interrupt inductions. Don't be in the puddles. That's about it. Yeah, you're right. So. Well, so the thing here, Derb, is that we have a few individual reports of some nausea on that, some reports of it's much better, thank you, including reports from previous people who were like, could you please change the UI because it's causing headaches and nausea. So the options so far that we seem to have settled on in the past 24 hours is to work to provide a toggle as soon as is feasible, and see what we want to do, if we're going to say revert the old changes or revert the new changes to the old for now, or what we want to do there. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm going to pop this down just a little bit. I need to be a little bit better about getting some induction breakers on this champion, I think, because I don't really have as many as I'd like. So. Okay. Where are you, bees? There we are. Do you get festivity tokens in the solo version of Bee's Big Business? Well, one, let's find out. I think the answer is yes. I found that it's better to generally wait until they hit the poles to start collecting flowers, but there's a few here I've just been snagging on the way, where you can sneak out just long enough to kind of grab it and then get back in time for the goats. So, but as you can see here too, they gotta wait for it. This is the new festivity instance, Bee's Big Business, here with the Spring Festival, now available through April 6th. So yeah, once you take out a whatever waves that you need to of these things, they're just going to kind of hang over by here, and at that point you can pause and collect the flowers if you're doing the flower quest, which I would hey, you do you. I would personally recommend it. You know, I just want to say that I don't think we got the name of this thing right. If I saw a wasp that was about twice my size coming after me when I was walking along a hill picking flowers, I think pesky is not maybe the word I would use. Incredibly, horrifically frightening wasp is perhaps the better phrase for this one. Yeah. I'm just saying. Alright. Did I miss any on this side here? No, I think I'm okay. Alright, so let's move on. I mean, not that these big bees aren't a little concerning too, but in general, I like bees a lot. They're really good for the world and honey, and they're good. And my mom is a beekeeper, and they're awesome. I don't know that I want one my size either, but I would be less concerned about it because I know that in general, bees don't want to sting you. Wasps, on the other hand, are jerks. Not that they're not important to the ecosystem either, but, you know, bee, wasp, which would I rather have coming at me? Million times bee. And if I had to decide which do I want, a life-sized, a my-sized version to be coming after me again, I think I'm going to go for bee. Where'd my bees go? There we are. Well, I mean, not if you're focusing on bees' big business. Of course, in real life, 4 goats would pretty much destroy a human being. But, you know, let's just sort of ignore that as well for now. You would hear my scream all the way from Wisconsin with perfect clarity. Well, you got lots of bees in Wisconsin. Because you got that. All sorts of good stuff there. So I spent a few years living in Wisconsin, and I could talk for a full hour, uh, just sort of about my experience and the positives and few negatives, but mostly positives. One of the big positives, if you're into dairy products, living in Wisconsin, your average gas station, and I'm not even joking about this, your average gas station has better cheese than your average grocery store outside of Wisconsin. And if you think I'm kidding, stop by your local gas station in Wisconsin someday. Tell me I'm wrong. It was the best. It was really, really the best. Alright, let me get back to my bees. I think I'm capped out what I'm getting around here, too. And I believe our bees are... They go right the way. Here's a few. I might have misplaced my bees temporarily, but surely gigantic bees can't be too hard to find. I think they must be down. Oh, I am going the wrong. Nice. You can also purchase said cheese at like 1 o'clock in the morning if you want to on a Sunday. But, you know, Wisconsin. They have got your cheese-related emergencies very well covered. I am a little concerned that I can't find my bees anymore. I might have wandered too far, dug too deep looking for flowers, as it were, and now I can't find my bees anymore. But perhaps they're over this way. Ooh, there's my 20th at least. How about if I just kind of go back the way I came, which was hugging the right? In my mind, they should be up here. Yay, there we are. Okay, cool. We should maybe put something on the map. That's what we should do. What do the bees and the viewers of this live stream have in common? They are both ready for me to continue. There we are. Yeah, curd of the rings. Yeah. Squeaky cheese curds that you get at like a, you know, from a gas station in Black River Falls or something like that. Good stuff. For those curious, I worked in radio for, I guess it was about four to 5 years in western Wisconsin, over in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. I worked out of Eau Claire and I lived in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. And yes, that is the home of Leinenkugel's beer. And yes, the mayor of the town used to drink Leinenkugel's beer from her desk at work in City Hall. Because it's Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. That's how things roll there. I enjoyed my time there very much. And if you can believe it, for at least some of that time, I was a voice that you would hear on the radio from a country music station, 100,000 watt medium market country music station at Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Doing news mostly, because I have kind of a voice for news. And what have you. I didn't have my own show. What it was is I was the co-host of the morning show over on the AM side, which was the regional largest news talk station. And then in the mornings, you know, I was doing morning radio for a while and then afternoon radio for... Well, I started afternoon and morning and then ended up going back to afternoon before I ended up leaving. For a different job. But, and that's how radio works. Regardless, what I would do is I'd basically, in the morning shows, you'd be on the talk side, more frequently. And so I was co-host essentially on the talk side. And then I'd pop over to the countryside and do their kind of like top of the hour news broadcasts, any kind of breaking news, severe weather, school closings, the whole gamut based on what's going on for regional radio like that. So. Woof woof. Yes, I'm talking to all the dogs. Of course I am. And then you talk on the flower basket. I'm gonna answer yes on the solo version re-festivity tokens. That is a big yes. Alright. That's also a pretty good time, I think, maybe. Well, I've got a few minutes I can pop around the Spring Festival, but otherwise I think we're getting pretty close to, doing that, so. Yes, so Meredith over on YouTube, I'm sorry I didn't catch when you mentioned that in chat, but you identify probably the key issue with the new UI change in terms of the negative feedback we've received is that it is particularly unwelcome for some related to toggles because they're spinning around and perhaps being a little bit more distracting than it might be otherwise. That is something that we're aware of and are kind of looking into our options for. So, there we go. Oh, I still have some more spring wine to get, so I guess let me go and do that. For a few minutes while I wrap up the show. We have 10 feet of snow, but the schools are still open. Not at 10 feet. At 1 foot, though? Oh, yeah, totally. Get a foot of snow, and people are like, we're still got in school. Are you kidding me? So. Alright, actually, you know what? This will actually be a decent enough thing to do for the end here. This will be perfect, actually, in terms of timing. Alright, what else do we got in chat? Anything else here? We do have PvMP work in the works. We mentioned in the producer's letter that we do have someone who is doing regular work on it. And so we would expect to see further PvMP work in 2021. I'm going to let the release notes speak for themselves on that one. But we do have some stuff in the works, including something that I believe will help address an issue with... Actually, I can't get into that today. It's a little exploity. But yeah, we do have some things that I know are coming in future patches here, so... there's some people who, for whatever reason, I don't know if you're being serious or not, but it sounds like you're being serious, asking about whether I'm playing on an Xbox or as some kind of like Xbox preview. No, that is not happening. This is just a regular PC today. So Not sure where that info came from. And I am looking at the comments right now. Let's see what we got. I'm having some difficulty seeing Facebook chat, but since it's the end of the show, that's okay, I guess. Sorry if you tried to ask me something I can't get to it right now. I'm not seeing it for whatever reason. Do I bar swap or only use one row of skills? No, the way I do it is I treat it a little bit like I treat tabletop RPG character sheets. That's a standard format for me when I can do it in most MMOs. And that's why I've just got this one bar kind of in the center, and then my window, I guess you could say in the lower right, that I tend to like to use with a right mouse click. Or not a right mouse click, but a mouse click sort of system. So I tend to use one standard hotbar that I use the number keys with, and then a mouse click for the rest. And maybe I'm weird like that. I don't know, whatever. But it's always worked for me, and frankly, I'm not changing it now because I've been doing it for 20 years. And that's just the way I play. So I am not saying other people should have my UI layout, but that's what's up with my UI layout. It works for me. All right. Well, you know what? It's 1 o'clock, so let's let the Grifflet stream take over here with the Tolkien Professor. You can find the full schedule over on twitch.tv/LotroStream. Oh, final comment. Welcome to Little Redhead 42, who has got a new stream. This had her first stream this week on LotroStream, and we'll be doing more streams in the coming weeks, so check out their channel, LIL Redhead 42, over on Twitch, and check it out here on LotroStream, and you can find the full calendar there as well. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to you again soon.